Lots of problems now emerging, as one can imagine, following the onslaught and release of the three streaming episodes from the reality TV people, Harry and Meghan. I think that's what we should now call them. When you look at it, you kind of think, wow, what was that about? But as ever, we like to dig deep here on this show, and there is one problem now, one big niggling problem that the former royal known as Prince Harry truly did try to stop. But seemingly, someone overrode him. Who could that possibly have been? As ever, let me explain. Morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me today. And also, I loved your comments about the Law and Order video, where we don't have to call judges Miss, Mr., and all that. I mean, really, where's it coming to? It will really reverse, trust me, because everything goes a full circle, and suddenly respect will have to come back into fashion when they found out that they can't command respect and get these people to do what they want. It's a little bit like the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. Now, what we can tell you first and exclusive here on the show is this. If you recall, when that show was being put together, there was this sort of onslaught about how they wanted to delay the release of it, particularly into 2023. The real reason given was apparently that the book, The Spare, that was coming out in the early part, they thought this was like a double whammy, and then they could get, more exposure. As if you need any more exposure, there's literally acres and acres of press of this tedious three-part series so far. But what's interesting and what's caused most controversial aspects of it really was that mock curtsy given by the former cable TV actress Meghan Markle. Huge disrespect shown to our late and wonderful monarch, and just proves really that she had no class, because the bottom line is, as an actress, wouldn't you learn these basic skills if you needed them, say, for a movie or a part? So to actually do that on camera, you could see the sort of cringe from the former royal known as Prince Harry. He truly did not know where to put himself, but didn't defend the late Queen or indeed his family. He allowed that to happen. But why? Well, it's interesting to note that that was one of the pieces so far we found out that the former royal Prince Harry simply wanted to have removed from the final edit. Guess who did the final edit, though? Whichever way you look at it, it is down to Meghan Markle. She sees herself as this superpower, extreme sort of executive, whatever you want to call her. She felt that it was an integral part of her story, particularly the very first meeting with our late monarch. But of course, she couldn't just put that in and say, oh, it was marvellous. I couldn't believe I was meeting such a wonderful and inspiring lady, a lady who'd led her country and the Commonwealth for 70 years. Oh, no, she had to mock, you see. And this is the problem. They will finally expose themselves and implode, because people really just think you literally have no class and no respect. Now, as for Prince Harry, it's nice to know that at least he did see the fact that this would create a major problem, but he didn't have the backbone, strength, or indeed power to override his wife. And as we found out during that documentary, as he said, he gave up everything to live in Meghan's world. What he should have said was not just Meghan's world, but Meghan's rules. And seemingly that means being pushed around and told exactly what to do, even if you personally disagree with it. As ever, as this unfolds, I'll bring you all the behind the scenes news as and when we get it. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.